Welcome back. All new tonight at 11. A grain silo that has been standing in Buffalo's Old First Ward since the late 1920s could be demolished to make way for some residential apartments. Now members of the preservation community are hoping to convince the developer to keep the silo and register it as a local landmark. 2 News Side's Nate Benson has more tonight from the Old First Ward.
Tucked away at the end of a one-way street sits the former Allied Mills grain silo. The silo dates back to 1928 when Allied Mills built out their Wayne Feeds Buffalo operations. At the height of productivity, over 100 men and women worked at the facility. Ultimately, it shut down in 1973 and has sat idle ever since.
I don't think that we should ever see a single grain elevator come down.
Now, the owner of the building, Lumen Power Technologies, wants to demolish the silo and several other buildings in order to renovate them into residential apartments. The demolition application was submitted to the Preservation Board in July.
They're very special to our history and our heritage and our community.
Bernice Radel has long advocated for preservation efforts in Western New York, and as the executive director of Preservation Buffalo Niagara, the organization is now leading an effort to have the Allied Mills silo added to the local landmark registry.
This building is eligible for historic tax credits, and if they knock this down, then they lose the millions of dollars on the table to renovate, which is a huge deal.
According to the demolition plan submitted to the Preservation Board, the owner wants to take down 5 buildings in total. 2 On Your Side reached out to the owner of the building, a Canadian businessman, but we were unable to reach him. According to a review conducted by the New York State Department of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation, the Allied Mills silo was deemed eligible for state and national landmark registries in 2021. Radel says that they want the local landmark status in order to protect the historic tax credit, so that even if the current owner doesn't want to take advantage of them, a future owner could.
I mean, who would take away millions of dollars for a project? I mean, no one. This is Buffalo. We need the historic tax credits to make historic buildings work again.
The Preservation Board is expected to address the local landmark status during a September 21st meeting. On Your Side in the Old First Ward, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.